Welcome to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social, where we help you stay ahead of social media trends, share the latest news, and highlight the strategies that are working to help you grow your business. Now let's join our hosts, Tristan and Jeff, in 3, 2, 1.
Does all this social media knowledge, strategies, and skills from this podcast really matter if you don't use video? The truth is, any presence is better than no presence, but without video, you're really limiting your growth. It's no secret that video is the future of all media. It's where all consumers gravitate, so executing at a higher level than your industry peers is an absolute necessity to create differentiation. You can hire a full-time videographer, but is that really sustainable? The answer is no for many, which is why it is critical that you adopt and learn video skills to allow you to create video that will stand out. Having camera presence, knowing what equipment to use and how to use it, proper lighting, video editing, music and voiceovers, scripting, and many other topics are the reason why Business Video School was created. To teach you how to develop these skills quickly and easily with over-the-top support along the way so that you never feel lost. The Business Video School is a comprehensive video education platform that delivers all of this training, but also creates actual video recipes with instructions and scripts for you to execute relevant content weekly with all of the skills you learn. And it doesn't stop there. Regular video challenges, weekly Q&As, a real estate video roadmap, a community of people learning and experimenting with video, and so much more. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Why wouldn't you join the Business Video School today? Go to www.bizvideoschool.com/open-house and register for the next open house where you'll learn more and get a chance to hear from current students and even ask them questions. That's bizvideoschool.com. Check it out. Welcome back to a new name. I don't know if it's a better version or not. It's still a pretty sexy version, just with a different title on it.
It's
Social
definitely
Genius. Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We're excited about this because we think this name is very appropriate for what we talk about. It is the namesake of our events, and it just seems to make sense here. This is episode number 51. Holy shit, man. Cannot believe we're on 51 episodes. And
wait, we've done this for a year? Holy cow, that's 52 weeks. That's
evidently. How about that? Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations.
Oh man, congratulations.
Put up with me for another year.
Oh, that's I don't even know how that happened.
I don't either. So, buddy, where do we want to start today? We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of news,
Ukraine.
A lot of cool
Let's
stuff.
Let's talk about Ukraine, social media, and the Ghost of Kyiv. Have you heard of the Ghost of Kyiv?
No, I just know that it's the capital, and it was getting getting hammered. That's what they tell me on social media.
So there's this fighter pilot that is, I don't even know if it's real or not real, but what's happening is social is using this figure who's a fighter pilot in Kiev, who's fighting for Ukraine, saying that he's the one, or she is the one knocking down all those Russian airplanes, bombing all the tanks. And I don't know if this one's made up or not, but it's definitely something that's going around. So it's called the Ghost of Kyiv. You can Google it. You can find them on social. And you and I were talking on how social media is really where I'm seeing most of the war on Ukraine. And what are you feeling as far as social media and war in general? Because I think this is the very first time we're seeing it develop in this way.
Well, for the record, completely unrelated to this podcast, I am against war of all kinds. So I will just say that. So if you don't like me for that, then so be it.
I just hung up.
I have a feeling you and I feel the same way about this topic. But you know, here's a quote that I'm gonna pull out that I'm working on a presentation right now, and it says, in little more than a decade, the impact of social media has gone from being an entertaining extra to a fully integrated part of nearly every aspect of daily life. And like this, that so rings true right here, right now, there's a war about ready to go on, or maybe it's going on. I'm not sure. And the reason why I say that is because, as you and I were talking about, our entire viewpoint by and large is from social media. And because let's be honest here, we've gone through this now in politics. You can't trust most of the news sources. They're tainted, right? They lean one side or the other. And so I don't know, man. It's interesting. I'm obviously I think I'm pro-Ukraine and anti-Russia, but I also think that's what I'm basically being fed to believe, right? And we all kind of have our whole lives because Russia is the bad guy. And
well, look, dude, I always say, look at all the movies. Who's the bad guy in the movies? The Russians. That's all I gotta say. We've been fed this thing since we were kids, right?
That's true. Since Rocky.
Since it's way long. It's the Cold War.
Yeah. I know.
Plus, it's easier to say the Russians are the bad guys. But at the end, look, I don't know. It just looks like Putin's a total asshole, and he has a shit ton of money where he's buying shit from, and he's been a dictator or in power for how many years? So things line up. But you're right. It's interesting to see how much of social media is really dictating what we think of the war and future wars for that matter. But
well, you know what? You're getting an inside scoop as to what's really happening. And again, I don't know how much of this stuff is thrown out of whack or is edited, right? But it seems like you're seeing people in bunkers, right? And it's like family members in the United States sharing their family's FaceTime message or the video they shared. And it's crazy. I was just telling Tristan about a video that I shared to my story the day we recorded this, it was more of a joke, but the caption was, "Good luck raiding a country where a guy is willing to carry a landmine," which he was carrying a landmine. This is the video. He's walking across the street out into a field, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And the caption was like, "Good luck invading a country where they're willing to carry landmines with their hands with a Marlboro hanging out of their mouth." It was so funny. I had to share it, but
I don't know if I want to attack that country, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
here's one thing I will say, that I'm looking at this article about TikTok. It says, and it's a post, and it says, "Here's a good example of war misinfo that's plaguing TikTok right now. This video is of a parachuting soldier, has 20 million views on TikTok. The top comment, 'Bro is recording an invasion,' but he isn't. The video is from 2016. So that's my point. It's like, we don't know what's true anymore, and so everybody just wants to believe everything that they see. So I don't know.
Yeah, and dude, we'll end it with this. Look. This just goes to show you the power of social media.
Yeah.
Right. And we need to be purposeful when we're using it. This is the whole purpose of our podcast that just got rebranded, right? Social Genius. We need to be having the right intent when we pick up this little device, the phone, and jump into Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, anywhere, and say, how are we going to use this to be more purposeful, to connect with the other people? That's it. That's it. And dude, what else do you have for us? Because I know we have some really good stuff.
Perfect segue to the most visited websites in I think it's the world, but we can focus on the US. I recently shared a video that we can tag in the show notes, and it was a list that you shared from Wikipedia, a very, very legitimate list, and it went like this. Sure. The top 5, number 1 is Google. Number 2 is YouTube. Number 3, Facebook. Number 4, Instagram. Number 5, Twitter. And then I'm going to jump ahead. Number 19, Reddit. Number 20, TikTok. Number 22, LinkedIn.
Ooh, whoa, Tristan, dude. Number 22 is LinkedIn?
22 is LinkedIn.
I didn't know that. That's crazy that it's that close to TikTok.
Well, I think TikTok is on a meteoric rise and will probably be top 10 next year. And LinkedIn will probably hover in the same vicinity, if I had to guess.
I think so. And the fact that TikTok is growing so fast has to do with that more people stay on there a longer period of time. That's why. Although, dude, I'm leaning a lot towards Instagram Reels. I don't know why. It's like Instagram Reels has got me over TikTok for me personally.
Yeah. I mean, I think you and I both, we spend so much time creating, we're less consumers than we'd like to be. But that's just where we're at that stages in our careers and what we're doing with our businesses. And we spend more time creating. I mean, that's, I spend more time editing and posting and captioning. And I mean, that's the bullshit part of it, right? That's the life of it. That's a life of a creator. On the same token, I feel like my time is being used wiser than somebody who, although you're maybe more entertained, you're spending an hour burning time just watching funny videos. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just where we're at. It's just what it is,
I agree, man. I agree.
I think the last thing we can say on that is and you and I both are speaking on this now, is you and I both are talking about the top real estate trends in 2022 and going forward. And the moral of our talks are that the trends you should be paying attention to, the trend is really social media, because the reality is this, Tristan, when you look through, and I've spent a lot of time over the last couple of weeks perusing articles and listening to podcasts and reading blogs about the future of tech. Right. Mm-hmm. And let me summarize it for you. Here's some of the most popular terms consistently I'm reading and hearing: AI, artificial intelligence, VR, virtual reality, AR, augmented reality, automation of all kinds, blockchain, touchless services, AKA people don't want to go look at homes anymore. LOT, which is lowercase LO capital T, the Internet of Things, which is think Alexa, Echo, Nest, Siri, basically, one-stop shop for homes where you can literally control everything from anywhere, including probably looking at homes, and just all kinds of additional new apps coming. And you know how I summarize this, Tristan? It's all coming for the human's job. And you, as a human, have one way to beat it. And that's being human. It's being authentic. It's being real. It's showing emotion. And how do you do that, Tristan? By using social media.
That's it, dude. It's just another tool to create relationships.
That's right.
That's it. Because relationships aren't going away.
Never. Not in our lifetime. Not in our lifetime.
No.
Although if you watch, which I haven't watched yet, Ready Player One, I did watch the trailer for it, and it's interesting what they predict in 2045. Have you watched the movie before?
Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I read the book before the movie. That's an insane, and Get Number Two also.
I haven't watched either. I need to. I want to, but if you haven't seen Ready Player One, it's kind of like what they predict the future will look like, as far as, and it's virtual reality, and how basically, and this is what I took from it, and tell me if I'm wrong, but the world's got to shit because everybody's living in their virtual reality world.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that everyone should watch that just so they're prepared. If the world is going to change in a dramatic fashion, just like the internet changed the current world that we have, and then social media, right? Well, be prepared for what happens next, because it's happening right now. And now what I'm hearing, dude, I don't know if we were going this route, but that you and I both have the Oculus, but Microsoft is now heavily competing against Facebook, and the way that Microsoft is doing it is approaching it through the LinkedIn route, saying, hey, professionals, we're giving you an option here to jump into a metaverse where you can now choose to either do it like Zoom or do it like you and I are doing it right now with our actual faces, or if we don't want to show our faces, we have an avatar right in front. And it's meshing both the real world and the avatar world together, which is interesting. And I'm kind of digging it, bro. So now I have to go get that stupid device.
Well, you don't have to, but
there you go, man.
Well, let's move over to something a little bit more exciting and fun and spicy, which is a recent article that we read about YouTube, where
hold on, Jeff, we should have a whole section called spicy.
Well, usually I use the word sexy. I'm trying to broaden my vocabulary.
What? They both start with S. This is our spicy session.
I mean, you know what it is. I've been looking at these top visited websites so much, and I'm all consistently seeing porn websites in the top 20. Maybe that's where my head's gone that way. I don't know.
Spicy. Brought to you by Pornhub.
Tristan, do you own Alphabet stock?
No, I don't. I wish I did.
Know what that? Do you know what that is? Do you think our audience knows what Alphabet is?
Google, right? Yeah,
That's
it's the mothership of Google.
It's what Meta is to Facebook. Alphabet is to Google. That's right. Dude. So Google released its Q4 performance report recently, and according to the report, YouTube generated around 8.6 billion in ad revenue in Q4, dude. 8.6 billion in Q4.
That's insane.
Yes. Yeah. If you're curious, the annual, so if the annual was 28.8 billion, which was a huge leap from 2020, this was 2021. And how about a different word? The juicy thing about it,
the juicy
is that YouTube allocates 55% of that. 55% of 30 billion to its creators.
Does that mean it all goes to Mr. Beast?
Damn near.
Oh, shit.
Tristan and I were texting about this earlier. They are setting a bar that no one will be. It's great though, dude. This is great because the TikToks, the Instagrams, and the Facebooks.
Hold on, I was looking at Mr. Beast, so you heard that. Sorry.
No, that's all right. It's going to keep the other platforms wanting to keep up with YouTube. They have to.
Dude, I don't know how anyone at this point can keep up with them, even if they start with, and you know how companies like that get a lot of funding, VC funding or PE funding, private equity or venture capitalists. Those companies that start up that have no money, but have an influx of money from other people or other companies, they come in and they're like, we'll take a loss, but we'll gain the followers. And so any social media outlet that wants to compete with YouTube has to start in the same way, because half of that money has to go out to creators. This is interesting, dude, because they're setting such a high bar that why would anybody leave YouTube if they already have a nice following and they're creating? Right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm Mr. Beast, I would always create primarily on YouTube and then dice it up and send it over to TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. Well, that means TikTok has to pick up the steam, and Facebook needs to start paying people more.
Well, another perfect segue. Now, this wasn't planned. Believe it or not, guys, we're just this smooth. Lots of adjectives today. We're just
Sexy.
that smooth and spicy, on accident, and juicy.
Dude, wait, is that a new shirt? Sexy, spicy, juicy. Social Genius podcast.
we need a new intro.
Oh, that's so good. We do need a new intro.
Oh boy.
That almost sounds like a Taco Bell commercial.
There's also, or a comedy club, one of the two. I'm not sure, maybe both.
Oh, that's funny.
So listen to this. TikTok has announced that it has approved or confirmed that 10-minute, let's say again, 10-minute video uploads are coming to all users. What? 15 seconds to 30 to 60 to 3 to 10? What the fuck?
Wow. Dude,
yeah.
They're coming after YouTube.
Bingo.
Dang. All right, well then, look, that means that the longer somebody stays watching your video on TikTok, does that mean I get paid more money? Or is it just going to be still per views?
I can't imagine they're going to try to reinvent or recreate the wheel here. Why would they go against what's already working, and why not just stick to, they can see what YouTube's doing. Why wouldn't they just do the same thing? It's all about view time.
Interesting. Yeah. Dude, I like that. Okay, so hold on. You've got TikTok going up from 3 minutes to 10, right? You've got YouTube and Instagram going backwards because Instagram had the whole 15-minute thing, remember?
Yep.
Now, YouTube's going backwards and saying, well, let's include shorts. And then Facebook, out of nowhere, a while ago, you and I talked about this, and Miggs, our writer, wrote about this. They said, well, why don't we make the newsletter relevant again? Because we're seeing email is doing so much better now over through COVID. And they created bulletin.com, right? And nobody's talking about Bulletin, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like you can find all of these different writers, journalists to belong to. And then I'm sending that over to In right there in the chat so she can put it into the podcast notes, because I'm just really impressed with Bulletin. While everybody else is looking to do YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, longer TikToks, Facebook's saying, well, we're going to focus on the metaverse, and we're going to focus on better actual content that's written. This is interesting, dude. Interesting to me.
Well, this goes back to Tristan, our idea that we're still going to potentially pursue.
I love our idea.
Yeah, that I do believe. And it's interesting, as I was perusing this article, I will say this. So based on what you just said, TikTok's going long, the long platforms are going short. I think the barrier to entry or success on this actually is going to be much, much harder, if not impossible, for TikTok. You learned it almost changed the way we think and the way we watch and the way we consume. And I don't think they can reverse that. So I don't think this is going to work for TikTok. However, as everybody knows, any YouTuber who's using shorts is crushing and adding followers, adding subscribers. So it's interesting. It's going to work the other way. It's almost like YouTube's better off starting long form, going short form. TikTok just needs to stick to what it's great at. And I think they're going to learn this. I don't think it's going to hurt. Well, I don't think it's going to hurt them, because the algorithm's still going to show people what they want. So I just don't think the 10-minute videos are going to perform very well, except for maybe, massive influencers. I don't think you and I can go put 10-minute videos up and we're going to get shit. We're still going to get 3-second views.
Nobody's going to watch us that long.
No, if they want that, they go to YouTube. YouTube set the standard.
We do have like 5 followers now, though. So I don't know.
Yes, I do. I got to go watch this video. You need to watch this. I don't know what it is, but it's gotten 1 million views from somebody who says TikTok sucks. And it's about the 10-minute. It's about the 10-minute thing. But this guy's even got a TikTok shirt on, so I don't think he really believes that. I think he's probably just bashing it, saying you're a short form platform, going long form is not going to work. That's what I'm guessing he's going to talk about. But we'll put the link in that. We'll put the link to this article in the show notes, so go check it out.
All right. I like that. All right. What else you got for us?
That's all I got, man. I think you might have had something, and maybe we already hit it.
Yeah, no, I did. I still think Facebook Reels are doing amazing for those people that already have some type of following on Facebook. So don't skip out on Facebook Reels. Everyone I'm telling to jump on is seeing significant results. So videos are going further, they're being watched, people are being contacted through it. So use it for business. Just remember that for me, Facebook Reels is 30 seconds or less, and Jeff has it for a minute, which pisses me off. I don't know what the hell's big deal. I'm the one that texted Zuckerberg. I don't know what's going on.
That's your problem. He's like, put this guy on the long list.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well, look, Facebook Reels for the win. I still think that's a beautiful place to start. Dude, Instagram Reels are doing so well for me. Mm-hmm. And I just can't crack TikTok. It's like every once in a while I'll go viral, and then one of my videos will do mini viral, and then that's it. I'm seeing a lot more consistency on Instagram for me.
Yeah,
for
TikTok,
views.
I agree. TikTok for me is like 500 to 1,000 views consistently, and then every once I've got one right now that's over 30,000 views from last week. But for the most part, my stuff stays very consistently average at best.
Yeah, agreed. That's so interesting. And then what about you on TikTok?
But you know what? In the grand scheme of things, 500 views on your videos is really actually pretty good.
Unacceptable. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know what I mean, though. I mean, because think about it. If you're getting, because on Instagram, my reels do well. I've been getting 1,000 plus. It goes in spurts. Yeah, I think you feel the same thing on reels, but Instagram's the same way. It might be 50 to 5,000, more like 50 to 2,000 is my range. And then Facebook, of course, is about the same, 500 to 1,000. But if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, this is not about virality. This is about eyeballs. And so if I put those on every platform, and let's just say I get another 75 on LinkedIn and another, 25 on YouTube, bam, I just had 2,500 views. And if I'm posting every day or every other day, I'm getting tens of thousands of views every single week. You can't buy that shit.
That's so true, man. That's so true. I think all it comes down to is us and people listening in, identifying what it is that we're doing consistently that's bringing us the most views. And I'm going to share with you, and then you share with me, okay? For me, I'm just going to go back the last week, and I can tell you Anson's video on the Mr. Beast chocolates, that got me almost 11,000 views.
On which platform?
On Instagram Reels. And the one where I gave away the social media calendar got me 6,000 views. A funny one got me 6,500. And then the editing with Viva Video got me 7,000 views. And another package got me 7,000 views. So I'm understanding better what my audience wants based on posting 2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Right. And then I go to TikTok. Some of those are the same, but dude, most of them are like 500, 2,000, 1,000, 200. But I'm understanding our audience better. What about you?
Well, Reels for me has been very personal lately as I'm looking through this. It's a lot of winter, and they've been doing really well, which I guess that's pretty telling, huh?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've gone very personal. I've been putting my business videos not in Reels because most of my business videos are 1 minute to 2 minutes, so they're going into my feed. And those definitely do not perform for shit. Like literally 100 to 500 is usually where they range, but usually even just in the hundreds and sometimes even under. So that's just not great. But that just goes to show you Instagram isn't pushing that stuff. And
I think if you can learn anything from your Instagram Reels, is that winter does really well for you, and golfing sucks. Stop golfing. That's all.
Actually,
I can tell you.
go look at my wife. Well, no, you're right. I don't disagree, but here's the way I look at that. And I know Tristan's just teasing me, but what I will say to that is that, like, I realize that I know that of the followers that follow me intently, there's probably just less than 50 that are really truly into golf, but the ones that are, that's what's going to grab them. That's what the algorithm is going to show to them. And it's going to, it's going to show me to them. Obviously more people are into my family. And so that's why it's getting more play. It's pretty much as simple as that. Cause I've posted my other kids and they didn't even get 1,000 views. There's 2 in a row. I'm going to have to show that to them. And I'm going to tell my kids, hey, stop sucking, kids. And then you notice there was a TikTok. My most recent reel was a TikTok, which was actually a pretty good one with my wife flicking me off. But it's a TikTok, and I didn't remove the watermark, and it got 150
for Instagram. You didn't remove the Instagram reel logo.
I didn't remove the TikTok
logo. Got it.
So yeah, it proved that it did in fact suppress it.
I see that. I'm looking at yours now. That's really cool, dude. I see it. Nice.
It's all right. Board,
I'm digging this. I'm digging it. Cool. All right. What else you got? That's it.
I will tell you this. I will reinforce. I've always argued this, but as I'm looking through this, I haven't posted a lot of TikToks to Reels lately, but the ones that I have are all less than 200. And of the last like 30 videos I've done, maybe 3 to 4 have been TikToks, and all of them are less than 150, which further validates that the fuckers at Instagram are in fact suppressing TikTok, which I think they're dumb for doing that.
Oh, dude, they are, because that whole culture's messed up. Hopefully one day Zuckerberg stops being the CEO and hires somebody who actually understands social
media. Isn't it that Adam guy?
The dude that they brought in for Instagram?
Yeah, the guy we follow.
That guy's awesome.
He is awesome. Adam Mosseri.
Dude, that dude rocks. He should
I'll tell you right
all
now,
of Meta.
if you don't follow him, go follow him. His name is Adam Mosseri, Mosseri. He's the head of Instagram. And all he really does, for the most part, 95% of his content is just little Instagram updates. And every once in a while, he throws his family in, which I think is cool. And actually, ironically, those perform the least for him. But his Instagram updates are in the hundreds of thousands. Granted, he's who he is, and I'm sure the algorithm slightly favors him. But yeah, he's got good content. His videos aren't that great, which just goes to show you, it's just, and he's got them. You can tell they're being professionally put together. But it's rich in content. It's rich in quality.
Yeah. I'm looking at his reels now. That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't it?
That is nuts. All right. Well, you're overthinking it, Jeff. That's all I got to tell you.
I'm not thinking anything anymore. I'm just doing.
Me too. I'm just I'm editing on Viva Video and it's just posting.
Same. This might be the longest episode. 51. 51st episode, maybe the longest ever. Thanks for listening. See you on 52. No, we won't, because it's a recording. Well, yeah, we'll still see you. Goodbye.
We'll see you. It's called Social Genius. See you soon.
Thanks for listening to Social Genius, brought to you by Drunk on Social. We are here to help you take your business to new levels through social media. Make sure to subscribe to get updates on new episodes and come join us on our Drunk on Social Facebook page. And as always, make sure you leave us a great review on your favorite podcast app. Feedback and likes are very much appreciated.